So as for the market segments, and this is particularly important if you work on generic technologies that can apply across a large number of different markets, different industries. So in some cases, I would recommend that you start by listing precisely all the industries where your technology, your idea might apply, and then break down every industry in markets, and then eventually break down every market in customer segments. That might provide you with a long list, but again, it is not about what you think of where your product might work. It's about starting from the largest possible perspective and let the customer decide what they want, not you. So I encourage you to watch two videos that are in the related resources, what is market segmentation and how to market a segment, that will illustrate on tangible example how to conduct that work. I also encourage you to watch an example which is provided by the MIT. It's been built in the course of a MOOC published on EDX, Who is Your Customer? And for those who are interested in, I strongly encourage you to also follow that MOOC. It is very interesting and very consistent with what we're discussing here. The business case is about an interface technology, Sensible. It's a 3D technology that allows you not only to move objects in 3D, but also to feel. You can touch, you can feel resistance, you can remodel the objects as if they were physical objects. As you can imagine, that technology can apply to a different number of industries where you have to do some design things, entertainment, different manufacturing industries, you name them. So the video describes actually how they went through that process for listing the largest possible spectrum of customer segment where it might make sense. So you've got the initial picture, the metric that represents the potential market space. And remember that the goal of that first question, the DNA of the value proposition and whom does it appeal to, is about identifying the use cases where you may get traction. Where is there a need and where is it critical enough so you may expect to find some early stage buyers. The process we suggest is a 4 stages process. First, you may eliminate out of that potential market space all the use cases that are just irrelevant because it's impossible, sometimes for practical reasons or for other obvious reasons, it's impossible that you get some sales. Within the use cases that are still under consideration, at first we recommend that you go through secondary research. Secondary research is very simple. It is about searching on the web and try to find every available information to confirm or not whether or not one use case makes sense. So you make Google searches, you may try to identify market studies, but there are also a number of other things that you could do, talk to competitors, talk to organizations that are publishing some stats that are relevant for the use case you are considering. Out of that secondary research, you will identify a small list of use cases that could work. And on this list of use cases that could work, where it makes sense, you may have something. We recommend you to engage in a primary research work. Primary research is very simple. It means getting out of a building and physically talking to customers. So you engage in discussion, in interviews, in interaction with customers to actually understand and confirm whether or not, in that case, in that use case, you might actually be working onto something. Remember that throughout that process, at first, it's about exploring, understanding, not only confirming that the use case could work or not. And the recommendation is that primary research stage is being conducted in 2 stages. First, qualitative, informal interviews, discussion with customers, one-to-one discussions, meeting, focus group, small group meetings, out of which you will express a set of hypotheses for that use case. And then, in a second stage, you may conduct quick and dirty market surveys just to confirm the hypothesis that you've just identified. Out of that process, from the potential market space, you will likely identify a rather small number of your use cases across between a customer segment and a value proposition where it seems that you might get some traction.